All right, sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sound check. All right, we're good to go. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Rain Report for a Saturday, September 11th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the World Series of Handicapping Pro Football Contest, season number 10. It's underway. You can sign up. You have until tomorrow, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we're full go right there, and people are signed up and making their selections for week number 1, and that is for Sunday's games in the NFL. All you got to do is sign up. It's a $25 entry fee. You make 7 selections each and every week, sides or totals. That's right, with sides or totals, and you rate those selections 7 units to 1 unit, and the player with the most amount of units at the end of the season will win the Baron Championship ring, $1,500 in cash, and at any time you go 7-0 during the contest, you will win $50 courtesy of the World Series of Handicapping Pro Football Contest, season number 10. Sign up today at worldseriesofhandicaping.com. Also, bullpenpicks.com, another great website. Anybody can play. It's free to join, and all you got to do is go to bullpenpicks.com, hit the top scores to see who are the top players here at bullpenpicks.com, and it's Gasell's gang, Patrick Klein. Accurdog, JB is at 794, Terminator 757, and there's Billy Bob at 752, and yours truly, Ron Raymond, went, I think we all knew a new hat, Blue Jays Blue yesterday, says Andrew, yeah, and yesterday my baseball selections were pretty good. In fact, if you go to most followed, and you see Ron Raymond, you see I went 12-3 yesterday with my baseball selections. I'm seeing football all over the place, so it's throwing me off here. But it is a college football Saturday. But got to get those baseball picks in for the baseball faithful that we do have following here on the Rain Report. And right now I want to say good morning to Bo Jackson. How you doing, Bo? Andrew M, that's right. Hey, Andrew M's, I'm wearing this Blue Jay hat for you today, Andrew. And there's Rack Domi 08. Rack Domi, I wonder anything in relation to Ty Domi right there. There's Ball Cash from the ATL getting ready for his football action today. There's Jim Rain Brown's in the house. Quentin Johnson's in the house. How you doing, Quentin? And yeah, everybody's the Ramblers and Gamblers are stumbling in here on a Saturday morning, September 11th. And hopefully everybody's having a good start to their day. Enjoy the show. All you got to do is pick up a little coffee. And if you're out in Europe somewhere, you're probably having an espresso or maybe like a Stella Artois or a Heineken. Hey, it's like I always say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, the old Jimmy Buffett song, right? But yeah, so welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. That's right, Crazy Canuck out of the 49th parallel. The above the 49th parallel, and it's a balmy 18 degrees here in Ottawa today, and I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's okay. 18, I'll take 18 right now. It's not like the 30 we had there about 3 weeks ago, but no, we'll take that. And you know what? It's fall, it's football, and man, we got a great show for you guys planned today. We're gonna talk about some of the baseball games going on here, and then Saturday and Sundays are the weekend edition of the Rain Report. And what we do in the weekend edition is I'll run through the computer picks really quickly for baseball, and then it's Ask Me Anything, AMAs, right? If you look at the description, you'll see AMA. AMA stands for Ask Me Anything, and I'll bring up any of the games that you guys want to see, and I will handicap those games. Which sport do you think you're best at handicapping? To be honest, I think hockey and NFL football are my top sports to handicap. If I had to rate my top one I make money at, CFL number 1. CFL I make, because, it's a niche market. Not too many people bet CFL. And then I would say NHL, NFL, baseball, and then college football. And I don't even attempt to do college basketball because during college basketball, there's too much going on. You got NHL, NBA. Oh, yeah, and there's NBA in there too. And I do the NBA as well. So NBA and baseball are tied. But yeah, those are my top sports. What are your top sports? What do you guys like the best? What do you guys like to gamble on the most? And I got to throw some horse racing in there, right? Got to, hey, the horses got to eat too, so we got to feed those horses sometimes, right? Feed the ponies, But yeah, those are some of my top sports that I do, and I would love to hear what you guys, what's your sport? This is a great time of year, right? And it's even going to get better in a couple of weeks once preseason hockey gets going, NBA gets going. It's going to be Christmas in September. NBA is trash, says Bo Jackson. Hey, why is that? Hey, because it's a veteran league team by it's a buddy league now, right? Everywhere somebody goes, their buddy goes. That's the one thing I don't like in the NBA. I think the NBA has lost a little bit of control, and it seems that it's a buddy system now. Wherever their buddy goes, that's where people go. Look at Marc Gasol. He went to LA. He was perfectly fine in Toronto. Why did he want to get out of Toronto? He was doing, and the same thing with Kawhi. Kawhi could have ran for prime minister in Canada at that time, and he was treated like a hero. And the thing is, the people in Toronto, didn't even really bother him that much. Like a lot of athletes will go to restaurants and all that. And Kawhi said he had a great time in Toronto. The only thing he didn't like in Toronto was the weather, right? Didn't like the cold weather. Hey, poor Muffin didn't like the snow or something, right? Oh, well, hey, it is what it is. But, yeah, NBA, they got to fix that buddy system league, right? It's just you can't have a 3-tier league, right? And I'll go back to the Urban Meyer 10-80-10 rule, right? You can't have 10% of your NBA teams be elite. But you know what? Good for Milwaukee last year, showing, hey, we'll beat the buddy system, and that's what they did. All right, how the hell did we get on NBA topic right here when it's football and baseball? Hey, that's what I want to know. Bo Jackson is NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL, and golf. Yeah, golf, you know what? A lot of people, I've listened to a lot of guys, and golf is a good sport, but golf is one of those sports that you got to be on top of it all the time, right? Because, some golfers are not golfing one week, and it's just, golfing is really tough to follow a lot, especially when you're doing baseball. Quentin Johnson likes baseball and football. Let's not forget all the injuries. Yeah, a lot of injuries. Hey, a lot of injuries in the NBA for sure. College football, basketball, says Ball Cash, and MLB and hockey. How late they release game info. You know what? They're getting a little bit better. That's one thing I'll say. The NBA, you're talking about the NBA there, Bo Jackson. Yeah, the NBA, the release of the game information. Yeah, it's getting a little bit better. It's getting a little bit better, but I agree. I hate waiting, especially if you're playing fantasy. Man, don't you just hate that when you got a lineup in, and then you get an alert that, 2 of your top guys are not even going to play, and then that ticket, then you're, you just spend about $20 on nothing, right? All right, let's get to the show here, and let's talk about what we're going to talk about here. In fact, if you go below the show, you'll see the description. And again, we're going to talk horse racing today. I think today's track is a Gulfstream. We'll do the SBI. I'll look at the scorings. Then I'll go through baseball. And then I'll take any requests of any college football, NFL. If you want to know more of the consensus picks, the newsletter consensus pick, just shoot me a game info and I'll tell you where the consensus are in that game. And anything I can help you guys with before you get those wagers down. Before a lot of people have their wagers down now, but weekend warriors, right? They wake up on a Saturday morning and they all of a sudden they start handicapping, eh? I don't understand those guys. Wake up, probably hungover, and want to say, okay, who am I going to take today? They flip a quarter. The weekend warrior bettors, right? As Vladimir says, he doesn't bet baseball on weekends. All right, let's go to horse racing and let's see what we got on the deck here for you. And we always start off the show paying our respect to the horse racing industry because that's where it all started in my book. All right, let's take a Gulfstream Park 911. Anybody been to Gulfstream Park? What a beautiful track that is. Man, I love Gulfstream Park. $65,000 maiden special weight race, race number 1. 12:20 post time today at Gulfstream. 7.5 furlongs on the turf. And in race number 1, we're going to recommend 642 in race number 1. War Strategy with Gonzalez taking the ride here on the number 6 horse. 9-2 morning line on War Strategy. Grand Sir, Marco Manessa is taking the ride here on the 4 horse. 15-1 morning line on Grand Sir. And the number 2 horse, Merlin. Edgar Zayas taking the ride here on the 2. 5-2 morning line on the number 2 horse, Merlin. And if you're going to play a joker, wow, it's a nice value long shot here today. Fast and Steady. I love that name. Fast and Steady. He's in the 1 hole. And Reyes taking a ride here on Fast and Steady. And 15-1 morning line on Fast and Steady. All right, let's take a look at the recommendation of the Exacta ticket. 6-4-4-2-2-1 Exacta box. And if you're going to play a trifecta, 6-4-2-1-4-2 trifecta box. Always remember to box those horses. And if you're going to play Fast and Steady today at Gulfstream Park, I'm going to recommend the Double Dutch betting system. And that is take the number 1 horse, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the one fast and steady. This way, he comes in second, you get paid. Comes in first, you get paid twice. So that's a great betting system right there, right? Imagine getting paid twice on the same ticket. That would be an awesome ticket to cash out, right? Speaking of cashing out, this is the objective of the Rain Report. Each and every day, we do our live show. And what we're trying to teach here is the just consistency, right? And the name of the game. If you're new in sports handicapping, and I get a lot of emails sometimes, people want to get into the sports handicapping business, and they want to know, how do I get started? The number one thing you should do is probably join some of the monitoring sites out there. Like, get your name established, get your record established. Number two, consistency. Be consistent. If you say you're going to do something each and every day, show up just like we do here each and every day. We show up on the Rain Report because at the end, the only thing you really got in your life is your name, right? And if you put in hard work and you put in smart work and you're consistent each and every day, and whatever you do in life, right? It could be working as a real estate agent, as a chef, or whatever. Be consistent, be reliable, and be honest, right? That's the one thing I'm always big on. Is I love being. One thing I preach when I'm coaching football is you got to be reliable and you got to be honest, right? And sometimes you got to tell the truth. You might not like what you hear, but at least the truth is out there. All right. If you are interested in the Rain Report, the tools that you see here on the on our podcast, if you go to the Rain Report, you'll see that in the month of July, I had a thing called the Dog Days of Summer Series. And what I do is I always, like to help out with the tips out of my book. And I did 30 videos in 30 days. It was a 2-month project. It was a lot of fun. And I think if you got time today and you want to look at some of the resources and learn some of my tips that I've done for the last 24 years, check out the videos. And I saw a great quote right there. And where was it? Bo Jackson says 90% of life is showing up. Amen. Amen to that, right? That's a good quote right there. So again, the videos are up on the website. If you're interested in the book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, go to atsstats.com. Go to Tools, go to Sports Betting Secrets. And in 2009, I wrote a book called Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets with 30 bonus tips, which is listed also on Amazon. And if you go to Tools right here and you go to Ron Raymond's Tips, you'll see I got a little article on the Rain Report. And the Rain Report, you see it all the time. It's in the title. What is the Rain Report? What is this? Everybody keeps talking about this Rain Report, right? It's about value, percentage play, and performance cycles, and that's what we do as a handicapping fundamentals. I always look to see if there's value what I'm picking. Is the percentage play in my favor, and the cycles. But you know what? It's a work in progress. The Rain Report. I started this about 4 years ago when I realized I was just being average, and I said, you know what? I can't be average. I got to be great. And and I realized more that you're into sports betting. I say it all the time. Every time I do these podcasts, right? The goalposts have moved in sports betting. It's more about parity. Look at today's NHL, NBA. Well, NBA not as much, but Major League Baseball, the salary caps, right? And people who in the leagues where the salary caps are dictating where players and teams can afford players, then if you got teams that are equal, then you're gonna have parity, and that plays into sports betting because you don't have your dynasties anymore, right? The '90s Islanders are done, the '80s Oilers are done. The Yankees, all those dynasty teams, the Cowboys in the good old days, those dynasty teams are done, right? So that is the Rain Report. All right, let's get to Major League Baseball, SBI, the Sports Betting Index. And what I normally do at the SBI is I take a look at what has come in last night in Major League Baseball. And let's take a look at MLB. And again, you can get this with a membership. And right now, if you do get a membership at ATS, use promo code FB, that's F as in Foxtrot, B as in Bravo, 21, and get 20% off your next membership right here at atsstats.com. All right, so last night, baseball, look at the favorites. First day in a while, favorites took the rings. 10-5 to the favorites last night, and we broke our under streak, 7-6-2. So pretty balanced last night with the over-unders. And if you look at the 7-day average, wow, we haven't seen this in a while. 52.6% of the favorites have cashed in the last 7 days. It was a long time we've seen this. And we're still neutral with the over-under, so that's pretty good. And let's take a look at some of the scoring averages in baseball. And let's go to team scoring rankings. And we have a new leader in Major League Baseball, and it's not the Houston Astros anymore. It's the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays averaging 5.4 runs a game. There's Houston at 5.2, and the Blue Jays. Hey, the Blue Jays, I know I should put my hat away. They lost last. And you know what? It was between the Marlins and the Blue Jays, the Baltimore Orioles yesterday, to take the my underdog play of the day. And I said, you know what? Maybe the Blue Jays don't like going against streaks. But, yeah, good call if you did take Baltimore. And the top three defensive teams, hey, lift your hand up if you had Milwaukee in one of those three. I didn't think they'd be a top 3 team in defensive play in Major League Baseball. But Dodgers, 3.4 runs a game. The Giants, 3.69. And the Brew Crew at 3.77. And these are your top defensive teams in the league. And if you just go to game matchup right here, and you want to see the beautiful thing about this tool right here. So when I tell you, okay, San Fran, Chicago, and I say, all right, San Fran is averaging 4.84 runs a game, and you're like, okay, but in the big picture of things, the macro environment of the Major League Baseball, what does that tell me? But when you click on matchups, and I'll say, okay, 4.84 runs a game, they're ranked 9th. Okay, now I got the hamster going, and I got an indicator. And I can use that indicator and then start finding other indicators. And look at San Fran, the number 2 ranked team in defense. So right there, 2 top 10 teams when it comes to the categories of offense and defense. And that should help you with your handicapping. All right, let's go to the computer picks. And we'll run down the Major League Baseball. And what are you guys betting today? You're betting baseball, college football, CFL. We got 3 CFL games. I'll break down some of the CFL action for you guys here today. And let me know what you guys, what are you guys betting on today? What's the consensus out there? I know baseball is fading right now, and there's Rusty. I didn't talk about underdogs, but Rusty's still, hey, I don't know what he heard there. Probably somebody knocking at the door or something, but yeah, good old Rusty. All right, where's the baseball picks? They coming up soon, and yeah. So let me see what we got here, and also if you missed the show here today. There's Isaiah. How you doing, Isaiah? Isaiah popping in here. And yeah, if you missed the show and you just wanted the baseball predictions, I do separate videos in the morning, and the baseball video is now up on our website. And also, if you want the Rain Report baseball report, all you got to do is go here, MLB reports, and you can see the full detailed baseball report. All right, let's go to the action here today. At Wrigley, San Fran taking on the Cubs. I got the Giants winning this one 7.1 to 5.3. The over-under at 12.51. Kevin Gossman going up against Zach Davies today of the Cubbies. Last 4 games for the Cubs have gone under the total. Cubbies are 65 and 77 on the year, where the Giants, are they the closest team to 100 wins? They're at 91 wins. Which team is going to hit the century mark first here? So you got 81 for the White Sox. You got 75, 87 for the Brew Crew, 91. And who is... overall, Dodgers 89. All right, there's Tampa Bay. A rare loss last night for Tampa Bay. 2-game losing streak, but we'll see if they get their act together today against those pesky Tigers. All right, Texas taking on the Oakland A's. Minus 175 is the line here on the A's. The over-under is set at 8. Forecast, I'm going to lean with the Texas Rangers, who lost 10-5 last night to the Athletics. And Glenn Otto got the start for Oakland against Paul Blackburn. And Colby Allard is going to get the tap today. Hey, as they say, he's going to get the tap. You're up against Cole Irvin, who's going to toe the rubber for the Oakland A's. Oakland's on a 3-game win streak right now. Their Kogo on this game is at 50%. So if you like the total, I love where the Kogo stands for. The Kogo stands for a chance of game going over the total. My line on the game, I had the Oakland A's at minus 126. But I also had the Texas Rangers at plus 167. So you're probably getting fair market value on the Rangers, and looking at the chance of winning 23% compared to 48%. But the bullpen, sorry, not the bullpen, but the computer pick based on 16 simulated games in the database does like Texas here 5-4. All right, Toronto taking on the Baltimore Orioles. I don't think I still have a line on this game yet. Let me take a look real quickly to see if I need to generate some stats. Yeah, I don't have the no line yet on the Blue Jay game. I don't know. Maybe you guys got a line. When I generated the stats this morning, there was nothing. So I'm going to pass on this for now, and I'll check with Bookmaker. You know what? Let me go to Bookmaker to see if the lines are out on this game. Hyunjin Ryu is going up against, let me see, still undecided. I know. All right, there's Bookmaker. And let me go to Rota. There we go. Yeah, Hyunjin Ryu against Keegan Akin in game number 1. So it's probably going to be 200 to something for the Blue Jays. And let me see here at Bookmaker. Yeah, Blue Jays. This is what happens when you play an emotional series against a division rival with the Yankees. Then you get to the next game and you poop the bed, right? That was a big letdown game for the Toronto Blue. Yeah, still no line yet. And, it's a doubleheader, and I don't touch doubleheaders. I don't know about you guys, but I don't touch doubleheader days. All right, so Toronto and Baltimore not touching. Colorado taking on the Phillies. Wow, who saw that coming, right? Normally, hey, it's like, nobody's perfect said there a couple of weeks ago. Colorado, the fourth best team in baseball if they played all their games at home, right? But, hey, rare road victory. In fact, they're on a 2-game win streak now, the Colorado Rockies. Phillies losing to them last night, 11-2. Zach Wheeler going to toe the rubber today against Kyle Freeland for the Colorado Rockies. Minus 206 is the line here on Philly, and the over-under at 7.5. We do like the Phillies, 4.4 to 3.3. The over-under is set here at 7.84. Philadelphia now on a 4-game losing streak. Jays will most likely split. The question is which game. Yeah, that's the $10,000 questions right there, Bo. Hey, Bo should know right there, eh? Bo knows. All right, Milwaukee taking on Cleveland. And the Brew Crew, a minus 183 favorite. The over-under is set at 8.5. Forecast, going to lean with Corbin Burns over Zach Plesac here. 6.5 to 3.4. The over-under at 9.92. And the Brew Crew on a 3-game win streak. All right, the Tampa Bay Rays. Wow, look at this line. Minus 147. This surprises me because I had the line at minus 219. Luis Patino going up against Casey Mize of the Tigers. So a 10-4 victory last night for Detroit. And Detroit on a 2-game win streak. Man, there's a lot of value today, but still, it's a $1.50 almost, right, on the Rays. I do like Tampa Bay, 5.9 to 4.6. The over-under at 10.58. And your Kogo on this game is at 50%. And, so I like Tampa Bay. I just think that maybe it's a rebound day here for Tampa Bay after 2. When was the last time Tampa Bay's lost 2 straight, right? Or 3 straight? It's been a while, probably. Washington taking on Pittsburgh. We got the Nationals winning this one 5.3 to 4.5. The over-under at 9.9. Josiah Gray going up against Will Crow. Kansas City taking on the Twins. We have KC winning this one 4.6 to 4.1. The over-under at 8.8. Brady Singer against Michael Pineda. The Royals on a 2-game win streak, winning 6-4 last night. Kogo's at 63%. And I got both team value in dog money. So I got plus 132, plus 131. Probably have a lean towards KC in this one. The battle of the socks, eh? Is you ever notice the dryer is always a sock missing in the dryer, but it's probably a guaranteed rate field today. Chicago White Sox taking on the Boston Red Sox. Too many socks right there to talk about. 5.87, 4.36. The over/under at 10.23. 55% chance of winning for Boston. Same thing for the White Sox. Wow, you don't see that very often on the cow. And looking at the starting pitcher, Connor Seabold might get the nod here for Boston. We'll see. Keep an eye out on the latest. Who's actually pitching today? I have Chris Archer for Tampa Bay. All right, let me take a quick look there, Miss Denica. Yeah, Chris Archer. So in my all right, so on the feed it says Patino, so I'll have to do a double check here. Let me go check MLB.com, and let me go here, and it probably is Archer. I probably just the feed didn't update yet. So let me take a look here. MLB. Where's the matchups here? What's going on here? All right. Where's the Rays? Tampa Bay. There we go. So it looks like it will be. Yeah, it looks like it's Archer. Okay, so it will be Archer. So I will update that. Good catch there, Miss Denica. I like that. And looking at the Halos taking on the Astros. Low scoring affair. Look at this. You got Jose Suarez going against the mullet, Luis Garcia. But look at the under in Garcia starts. 8-16-1. But last 2 games I've gone over. This is a good spot for the under, I think, on a percentage play. 59% chance of winning for LA, who are coming off a 10-5 last. See, I like this because people are going to see last night's score. The last 2 have gone over. You got 2 decent pitchers going here today who pitched a lot of unders. I think the under might be worth a look here today between the Halos and the Astros. Cincinnati winning yesterday against the Cardinals 4-2. Miles Malcolm going up against Luis Castillo today for the Cincinnati Reds. We do like the Cards on this one. 4.2 to 3.3. The over-under at 7.55. And look at Castillo's record, 9-20 on the year. And looking at both these teams, the last 5 games for the Reds have gone under the total. So you know what? That's why your Kogo is at 67%. Miami taking on the Braves. We got the Braves winning this one 4.8 to 3.86. The over/under at 8.75. I had the Marlins yesterday as my top dog. I really thought Trev Rogers starting. We had a 2-0 lead for a while, but the bats came alive in the ATL, and we saw the final 6-2, right? Atlanta on a 2-game win streak. The old veteran, Charlie Morton going up against Elieser Hernandez today of the Marlins. This could be an underplay. I like Elieser. Elieser Hernandez is, he just came back from an injury a couple of weeks ago. And let me take a look at his last few outings right here. Elieser Hernandez, 1-1, 3.90 ERA. Pretty good ERA. And last start against Philly, went 5 innings, 3 hits, 6 Ks, 3 earned runs, though. I don't like that. And ERA of 3.90 last game. And that's where it stands. A whip of 1.08. And for the old veteran, Charlie Morton, let's take a look at Charlie's stats here. 13-5 on the year. Wow. That is the most quietest 13-5 record I've seen in a long time. 3.47 ERA, a bit elevated for my liking. A 1.06. And looking at Charlie last start against Colorado, at Colorado, 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 4 Ks. And before that, against the Dodgers, 8 Ks, 9 Ks against the Yankees, 9 Ks against the Marlins. I do like I like the under in this one. I think the under might get the money here today. All right, let's go to our next game here. I'm going to fix this over here. And there's the doubleheader. Yankees, the Subway Series. I had the over as one of my 4-star best bets yesterday, and it went right over the total of, was it 8? I think it was 8 or 8.5. The final was 10-3. The Yankees, hey, where's my Joe Namath struggling prop right there? Minus 123 is the line here on the Bronx Bombers, and the over-under today at 8. Corey Kluber going to go up against Taijuan Walker. Man, we got a lot of good pitching matchups here today. I'm going to have to take a look at some of the Grand Salami. Hey, was that hockey or baseball, the Grand Salami? I keep forgetting. I think it's both, but I'll have to take a look at maybe the under today. 72% chance of winning, but look at this. I don't like betting on teams that are on a bad losing streak. I'll bet them on a winning streak, but not, it's like trying to catch a falling knife, right? When is that losing streak going to stop? 3.55 for the Yankees, 4.6 for Walker and the Mets, and you're getting good value. I had the New York Mets at minus 116, and I had the Yankees at minus 153. So both teams get value. I think you get better value on the Mets here, but we'll see what happens tonight at Citi Field. Arizona taking on the Mariners. We got Seattle winning this one, 4.05 to 3.5. The over/under at 7.62. Humberto Castellanos going up against Chris Flexen, eh? That should be his new nickname, Flexen. You don't want to say that 10 times. 18-9 this year, Flexen, but he's not been. He hasn't been flexing lately though. In the month of August, I know he wasn't. He was struggling a bit. 11-5 on the year, another good record, but only one victory since August 7th. So be careful if you are betting on Seattle. And you know what? Seattle fading just a bit, in my opinion. In fact, let me go to let me check out their last 15 games. Let me go to Seattle. And this is the full rain report, what you're seeing right now. What you're seeing on this page right here is the computer picks. This is like my Coles Note version. This is good for when I do my YouTube videos, and it's just, if I want to get a snapshot of a game, bang, right there. Get a good little snapshot, eh? I just pulled a John Madden right there, eh? Boom! Tough acting to acting right there, eh? John Madden. It was funny. Did you see the other night on Sunday Night Football or Thursday Night Football when they went to the old 2002 when was it the Al Michaels and John Madden? It was great to hear John Madden's voice again. I was having flashbacks. Eh? Boom, tough acting to acting. All right, Chris Flexen. Let's take a look here. The last 15 games for the Seattle Mariners, 9-6. 9-6. Okay, you know what? I'll say it again. Seattle, San Francisco, Tampa Bay, and what was the other fourth team that were really good to us? There was another one there. If you look at all my picks this year, you're going to see a lot of Seattle, a lot of Tampa Bay, a lot of San Francisco, and there's one more that I always say. Let me take a quick look. There's always these 4 teams that I'm always picking. Just on cue. It was a scratch, not a pick. Let me see. St. Louis, no. Miami, Atlanta, no. Baltimore, Yankees. There was a fourth one. Who was the fourth one I'm always taking this year? Forget. Oh, Milwaukee? Yeah, maybe it was Milwaukee. But anyways, Seattle, Seattle, the Giants, and Tampa Bay have been very, very good to my wallet this year. Yankees have lost 7 straight. Let's make the books feel today's a great morning, says OG. How you doing, OG Wheat? Hey, OG Wheat's in the house from the ATL. Hey, we got Ball Cash and OG Wheat from the ATL, so good to see those guys in the bullpen. Hey, that's what we call our chat box. If you're watching online, you're saying, what's the bullpen? That's our chat box. All right, let's go to the last game. And Padres taking on the LA Dodgers. Dodgers a 153 favorite. The over-under is set at 7.5. ATS forecast. Computer pick out of 11 simulated games in the database. Going to go with the Dodgers. 3.41 to 3.09. The over-under at 6.5. Chris Paddock going up against Walker Buehler's day off. 19-9. Now, Walker didn't have a good outing last Sunday? Let me check his stats. Yeah, he got, I think he got rocked. Was it the Giants that he played? Let me see here. Last outing was against, San Francisco. Didn't even make it out of the third inning. 3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs. Yeah, you can't win the Cy Young when you're only getting 3 innings, right? So that really hurt his chances, I think. So those are the baseball selections today. If you want to see the trends, let's go to the trends, and we'll see if we got any friends today. And again, this is the weekend edition of the Rain Report. And what I do is I fly by the baseball selections, and then I go to the trends. And then what I'll do is I'll take your questions, AMA, on any college football, NFL, CFL, anything you guys want me to look up on the Rain Report, I'll bring it up. Oakland, 11-1 as a 160-180 home favorite in the month of September the last 6 years. The under, 2-16-0 for Texas as a 160-180 road underdog on Saturday games last 10 years. For the Twins, 14-2 as a 120-140 home favorite, coming off a game where they scored exactly 4 runs for the last game, 10 years. The White Sox, 2-12-0 as a home team, coming off 3 unders the last 3 years. That's a pretty solid one right there. And the Texas Rangers, 2-11 as a 160-180 road underdog, coming off a game 1 of a series the last 2 years, so basically game 2. And let's go to the Braves, 10-2 as a home team when they allowed 2 runs against in their last game. The over is 14-3 for the Padres when they're coming off a 3-run loss in their last game the last 2 years. And let's go to the last one right here. The over, 9-2 for the Mets as a pick 'em to 120 home underdog, coming off a win against the Southpaw the last 7 season. That's a pretty solid one right there. All right, thank you, OG. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love right there. And all right, so guys, any games you guys want me to bring up for college football, anything for NFL, you guys just call it and I'll bring it up. Even baseball. If you want me to bring up baseball, let me know. I'll bring up some baseball action. But college football, NFL, CFL, anything you guys want me to take up in the Rain Report, just let me know. I'll bring it up, and we'll see if we can make you some money today. And if you want to know what the consensus is on some of the newsletter picks that I gave out this week, and if you want a refresher, like you say, hey, Ron, Iowa State against Iowa, who do you like? What's the consensus in that one? And according to my newsletters that I told you guys I subscribe to 3 newsletters, and what I do is I take their forecast and I put it with mine, and then I bring out a consensus. And in the Iowa State game, 2 of the 3 newsletters that I track, well, I track, one of them is a newsletter, but it doesn't have forecasts that I have. 2 of them are on Iowa State, and one's on Iowa. And the final that I have on the consensus is 23-21 Iowa State. So we got Iowa State winning but not covering. And so if you ever want to know some of the other consensus on some of the other games, just give me a shout out here and I'll bring it up. All right, Iowa State under history. Oh, okay, so let's go to that history and let's take a look here. So that's that's a good question right there. So one thing I can do in the Rain Report is I can go to any teams and bring up their history against another team, right? So if you guys want to see the Iowa State, and that's the ABC Monday night game or the Saturday night game tonight, or no, the Washington, right? Yeah, that game's at 4:30, the Iowa State in Ames, Iowa. So let me go to this right here. In fact, I got the game days right here, guys, in the corner of my eye. Let me see. Let's go to the college football. Let's take a look at Iowa. Let's go to Iowa against Iowa State. And let's see what the history is here. Let's go last 10 games. last 10 games in Ames. Let's go take a look. Ames, Iowa, at Iowa State. Look at that, 4-5-1. So I don't know where the history is. Maybe it's head-to-head. Let's see if it's head-to-head. Yeah, 3-6-1. Iowa is 7-3, but only 5-5 against the number. But let's see how Iowa State does as a. So let's go Iowa State. Let's check this one out. Iowa State. Where is it? Against Iowa. And let's see how they do as a home favorite in the last 10. Oh, only been a favorite once. Wow. Okay. And that's how about favorite last 10 overall? Only been a favorite twice. Hey, yeah, well, it's the Hawkeyes, right? All right. How does the over in the Liberty game look? Let's take a look at that. Let's go to the Liberty. So let's go here. I got a feeling Hugh Freeze is playing for the next contract. I think this is going to be. I love the Liberty in this game here today. I got the score 36-19. The over under at 55.5. So how does the over? Yeah, it looks 55.5. That's what I have right here. And the last have they played before? Let me see. The last time they met was a 22-16 victory, and that was in 2018. And if we look at Liberty, let's go look at Liberty's last few games, and let's go to Liberty. Right here. Let's take a Liberty's last. Let's take a look at Liberty's last 7 road games. You know, here's the one thing when you're doing handicapping like this, and you know the default is it's like a playbook, right? If you ever coach football and you draw your offensive plays, you always draw your offense for some reason it's always against a 43 defense, right? It's consensus. It's the same thing like this. Anytime I do queries. It's like default. Let's go look at the two biggest things we always look is last 5 and last 10 games, right? I like to go right in the middle, last 7. I think the last 7 gives you more of a reflection. Look at that, 6-0 against the point spread, 5-1, 4-3. So Liberty on the road last 7 games, last 6 games. Let me see here, last 6 games, road team. How come it's not showing 7? Maybe I don't have enough data. 6-1. Oh no, there we go. There was a tie, 6-1 and 0-1. All right. That's why I got to take that one out there. That's a double entry. All right. Any other ones? Utah. Okay. Let me go up here. I'm missing a couple here. All right. So Yankees, Rangers, Rutgers. Okay. Rutgers playing Syracuse. You know what? That's a tough matchup. Rutgers and Syracuse. I think the forecast has like a 2-point difference. Let me go to the forecast on this one. And let me see what my consensus letters say. My consensus letters that I have on that game. Rutgers, where's Rutgers here? Do Control F. All right, so the consensus on that game, yeah, all 3 consensus letters are on Rutgers. 28.6 to 28.9 to 27 is the consensus newsletter, but it has Syracuse covering. I think there's a lot of talk right now, and Shannon's doing a great job at Rutgers. It's just, to me, whenever I see the public consensus and everybody's building off last week's big win, and Syracuse won also last week. It wasn't who they beat, the Bobcats. Now keep in mind, Frank Solis stepped down before the year, so Bobcats are going through a bit of a they didn't see that coming at the beginning of the year, right? So who knows how it affected the program? But 29-9, and Dino Bayers he's got to win. If he doesn't win this year, he could be gone. But I think Syracuse is the play here. I think Syracuse is the play here today. How does the over in Liberty? No, I like the under. I like Baltimore, Colorado, and Oakland today, says K-Win Bets. Thanks, Coach. You're welcome there, OG. Utah, BYU. That's going to be another good game. Utah against BYU. And let's go right there for Miss Denica. Utah, BYU. Let's see what the consensus letters like in this one. And the consensus are all over. Where is that game? There it is. All right, so 2 of the 3 newsletters are on Utah. One likes BYU. My forecast, the consensus forecast is 27-22 for Utah. So it likes Utah to win, but BYU to cover. And looking at the rain report, we have that score 24-17. Look at that, right on the number. Too close to call. Too close to call. And the one thing I don't like handicapping is the games of the day, right? When you look at today's big games, you're thinking of Washington, Michigan, Utah, BYU, Iowa, Iowa State. These are all games the bookmakers know. Hey, I'm gonna say it like my good friend Ross Benjamin says: think like a bookmaker. If you know you're watching game day right now, you're watching the NFL Network, you're watching ESPN. Which games do you think they're gonna bring up all the time? They're gonna bring up Utah. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna show you guys something. Texas, Arkansas. Those are games people are going to be talking about on media attention, right? So I call this media attention or headline handicappers, right? These are the games that all the networks are going to talk about, and this is the one where the bookmaker sees that and they say, "Oh, good." All the public are looking at ESPN. They're looking at game day. You know, they're talking about these games. These are the high profile games, and they're really tough to find value. You know, you bet on a team like Liberty, or you find like a Northern Illinois, the MAC games. You know, this, if you look at my video tips, are you an action investor or are you a sports betting investor? If you're an action junkie, you're betting the Utah BYU game. You're betting Washington against Michigan. You know, all these high profile games, the bookmakers know you're going to bet on those games, so the lines are going to be very tough to beat, right? Again, I'm not crazy about this game, Miss Denica, but 41.3. Yeah, the under looks pretty good, but last week's game, let's take a look. And I gave you my consensus on the newsletter. I think Utah is the better program right now, but BYU, you know what? Let me take a look at the coach's record for BYU at home. I thought he had a really good home record. In fact, let me go to BYU, independent school. So Kalani Sitake, 39-26, 60% win percentage. He's 21-10. So that's the one thing I remember this. So good, good thing we're talking about this game. The head coach for BYU, Kalani Sitake. Sorry if I don't pronounce that right. He's 21-10 at home, but 14-14 on the road, and he's covered 53% of his games. And for Utah, let me go to Utah right here. Kyle Whittingham, 17th season at Utah, 67% win percentage. 72-25 at home, but 51-36 on the road. Pretty good road record, right? But yeah, 55% win percentage. Yeah, I really don't like this game at all, and that's why I didn't probably touch it. All right, can you do the 80% for college football too today? 80%. You mean the stats? Yeah, let me take a look at the stats. I don't know how great they are. Let me go to the old percentage one. I don't think. Yeah, because I'm working with my program right now. I didn't like some of the college football stats we had. They were too vanilla. Like, I didn't like the, let me see. Oh, I'm in the wrong one here. Let's go to 80%. I might go to the old 80% club. I think the old 80% clubs are better. This one here was two conference, yeah, see? Playing the month of September, non-division, not too crazy about it. I'm working on it. I'm going to have a better stat for you guys next week. But let's go to the old 80% club. I think the old ones are better. Let's go here. Let's go to college football. Yeah, these ones are a little bit better. I like these ones better. Purdue as a favorite when the total's 54 or higher. Look at that, 10-0 last 10 for the Boilermakers. Boilermakers, yeah, they're coming off a big win too last week, right? Washington home or away when the spread's between 4 and 7.5. So any spread that's 4 or 7.5 for Washington, either -4 or +4, they're 21-3-1 against the spread. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good whenever they're a home or away underdog or favorite, and the spreads between that. That's pretty solid. Utah, we just talked about it, as a favorite in the month of September. Wow, 19-3 against the number. Temple, 10-2 when the spreads between 4 and 7.5. Navy as an underdog versus a Mountain West Division opponent, 15-3. Pretty good home underdog record right there. Let me see any other good ones right down here. Eastern Kentucky, hey? Who's watching that Eastern Kentucky game today? They're as a road underdog in the month of September, 12-1 to the over. Iowa State, where did I just see that? Iowa State as a home favorite in the month of September, 20-3. 20-3. Pretty good record right there, 20-3 straight up, and but 14-9 against the number. So if you do like Iowa State on the money line, what is it about? Let me see what bookmaker has Iowa State on the money line. I think I might have to log back in here. Football, college, and let's take a look at Iowa State on the money line. -173. Hey, I'll say it again. If you're willing to bet 173 in baseball, why not do it in football, right? That's a good money line. Look at that. Iowa State as a home favorite month of September, 20-3 straight up. Pretty good record right there. Let me see other good ones down here. what I normally do in the old 80% club, I look at the right column or the left column. This is the ATS, and that's the over-under. And look at this. Southern Cal is a favorite when the spread's between 14 and 17.5. 22-5 to the under. Wow, that's pretty good. Let me take a look down here. All right, let me take a look at this one right here. South Florida as a 10 or more underdog on a Saturday game coming off an ATS loss, 11-1 against the number. Oklahoma State as a home favorite versus a non-conference opponent on 6 days rest, and they're coming off an ATS loss, 11-0 in their next game, 10-1 against the number. So pretty good trends right there on the Cowboys, right? All right, so here's, oh, wow. When an Iowa team, so a Hawkeye game, so this is the thing with stats, right? It's like, it's like a court case. I can make a case for either way. If you're a Hawkeye fan, you'll like this stat. The Hawkeyes as a road team on a Saturday game, and their opponent has a 80% or higher win percentage. Obviously, they're 1-0, so they're going to be higher. 9-2 against the number, but yeah, you want to get this stat in like October, right? When there's more than one game played. Air Force, if you like the under in the Air Force game, Air Force is a road team after a non-conference game, coming off a home win as a favorite, 2-11 to the under. Notre Dame is a home team last 4 years, coming off a road win, 10-0 in their next game, 8-2 against the spread. And let me see here, Oregon's playing today. So when the Ducks are a road team in the months of September during week 1 to 4, and they're coming off a home win, 14-3 straight up. I don't think it's going to happen today, but 12-4-1 against the point spread. Good luck in the horseshoe today, Oregon. That's all we got to say there. And let's take a look there. Some pretty good stats right here. This is what I mean. The 80% club. This is why sometimes people prefer the old 80% club compared to the new one, right? Look at all the stats and trends you got here. And that's what you got with your membership right here. Hey, a little plug for the site in case you guys are not members. Look at all you're missing out, right? California. So when Cal is a 7 to 9.5 point underdog on 6 days rest on Saturday games, 3-12 to the under, 11-4 against the point spread. And let's do one more right here. Let's go to the Pirate, Mississippi State. As a home team last 5 years during week 1 to 4, 8-2 straight up, 7-3 against the number. And let me take a look down here. Is there any other good one? Look at all the stats. Holy crap. We got a lot of stats. There's over like 500 stats down here. If you like stats and trends, ATS stats, the name says it all, right? Let me take a look down here. Let me go down here. Right down here. No, don't have them there. East Carolina. Where's East Carolina? I saw something there. As a home favorite versus non-division opponent month September, 9-1 straight up, 8-2. Yeah, they're playing South Carolina. I do like South Carolina in that game. Let's go back up here. And what you're looking for in the old 80% club, you're looking for blue stars, right? Blue stars. All right. Any thoughts on Purdue versus UConn? All right, let's go to Purdue versus UConn. So Purdue. You know what? So Randy Edsall is now gone at Connecticut. This could be new energy today for UConn, right? So let me take a look at UConn. So Randy Edsall is gone, but they're playing Purdue, and I had a really good stat on Purdue. And Purdue last week, Oregon State, they won 30-21. Now, was that game at Oregon State or at home? I think it was. I think it was at home. And Connecticut lost 45-0. The forecast does like Purdue here, 41-23. The over/under at 64.22. And when I look at my newsletters, I don't think they touched this game. I don't think my newsletters touched the Purdue game. Let me check. Purdue. All three of them are on Purdue. 45-16 the final. The newsletters have them all winning, but not covering the spread. So if you want to know information on that game, there you go. All right, Buffalo against Nebraska. I think Buffalo covers the spread. All right, let's take a look at last year's. Was it last year they won the or the year before? They won the MAC. Is it the MAC they won Buffalo? Let me take a look at Buffalo here. Oh, they lost. No, that's right. They lost to Ball State. I think they lost to Ball State last year. Where's Buffalo? There it is. Yeah, Scott Frost needs to win this game. He has to keep winning. If he doesn't keep winning, the alumni will be all over him. 13.5 point. Yeah, that line is very iffy right to me. I had 18.5 as a line. I thought the perception, again, perception versus reality. This is more perception. This is more reality. And the reality we have on the computer pick, 49 games, simulated games, has Nebraska winning 37-18. So they have him winning here by what, 20, Let me see. So if you go here, 17, 18, 19. I have them winning by 19. So we do like Nebraska here today. And my newsletter picks. Let's see what my newsletter guys say. Nebraska. Where's Nebraska? All right, so the newsletters, all three on Nebraska, 36-21. So, yeah, they like Nebraska to win here on the consensus. All right, other games you guys want me to do? What's your two favorite baseball games and two favorite NCAA games? I haven't done my baseball games yet. And my top two college football, they're in the premium section. I can't give you those. But I do like, I'll give you one. I love TCU today. One of my top plays is TCU. I'll give you guys one of my top plays, TCU. That's in my premium picks. At Purdue, what's your favorite? I think you're right on Purdue. That is my college football. I invest my time when I think they won't cover, but still win easily. Yeah. No, you know what? Purdue, great history of quarterbacks, right? Horton and Drew Brees, and there's another one. There was another third good quarterback. I'm sure you know, Tyler. But, yeah. So those are, but I love TCU today, the Horned Frogs. And this is why, in the first 3 weeks, if you go to my YouTube channel and you'll see I did a video on a tip, first 3 games of a season, I tend to shy away these top 25 teams, right? Because the line is so sharp that I look for value in the lower schools, right? The MAC teams, the teams like Toledo, teams like TCU. Those are in the Big 12. Those are the type of teams that I look for. NC State, Mississippi State, very close line. All right, let me take a look at NC State, North Carolina State. Where is NC State? And North Carolina State. Let me see here. Mississippi State, yeah. Mississippi State got a little lucky last week winning that game, 35-34. A game they were losing. They didn't look good out of the gate. So we do have NC State. We got the Wolfpack winning today, 27-25. And let me see my consensus letters. My consensus letters likes 28-26 for North Carolina State. So we do have NC State winning. Again, if you're going to play this game, go money line. Don't even bother with the point spread. Take the money line. Don't sweat out that. And there's Chad. There's my buddy Corner Gas from, hey, did you fix your Hail Mary, football and Hail Mary? I use a phone, not a computer. LOL. All right, what's wrong with the Hail Mary, Chad? You can't make picks? Yeah. The thing, that's the problem with the bullpen Hail Mary. You can, I'm pretty sure you can use an iPhone, but you can't use an iPad. I know the iPad, there's no slider. Something I got to talk to Pradeep about. We got to get that fixed. But so Mississippi State against NC State, 27-25. And looking at the last time these two teams met, any history between no history. Look at that, first time ever. Hey, we got a virgin game here today going at Mississippi State, right? With the Pirate. 30% chance of winning compared to 65. And the thing, if you're a Rain Report member, you're going to see these lines get better with more games in the system, right? Because football is slow and it takes a couple of weeks. It's like ATS Calculator. If you got a membership at ATS Calculator, just know that the calculator gets better with more games in the system, right? Wisconsin, all right, let's do Wisconsin. Big game for Wisconsin. I said it earlier in my podcast this week. Wisconsin deserved the better fate last week. They marched the ball. You can't turn the ball over. You can't turn the ball over in the red zone. And Wisconsin, they lost that. It's not as much Penn State won that game. I feel it's more Wisconsin losing that game last week. Minus 26.5. Eastern Michigan Eagles 51.5. And I do like the Badgers. They need a big bounce back game here. They need to pound them. You know what I mean? Like they need to just for the team. Like if I'm the head coach of Wisconsin and Paul Chris, and I say, you know what, guys, we got to come out today. We got to really put the boots to this team and just forget last week. That what happened last week is over. Ball security, the word of the day in Wisconsin. Protect the football. Protect the football. That thing is gold, right? They got to treat that football like it's a piece of gold, and they don't give it up. But let me take a look at the consensus. Wisconsin. Whiskey. What is whiskey like here today? Wisconsin. Where are you, Wisconsin? Wisconsin. All right, am I missing something here? Where's Wisconsin? There, no, there it is. So the consensus, all three are on Michigan, Wisconsin, 40-14. So it does 20. Yeah, very tight numbers, right? Very, very tight. Yeah, it doesn't like it to. It's a .05 for Eastern and Michigan. I wouldn't even touch this game. There's the good thing with college football, a lot of action, right? If you're an action junkie, this is the day for you today. Shankill Williams, bingo. Hey, bingo, as in the ball security. Is that what you're talking about, Shankill? Yeah, I think they cover today easily. Ooh, I don't know about easily. That's a big word right there, even though you put all caps in easily. Hey, we'll see if they jump around today in Madison, right? But ball security, the name of the game, and don't give Eastern Michigan. Who did they play last week? They won against St. Francis, so they didn't. You know what? They didn't even take a tune-up game. They won 35-15. You want a little bit better opponent if you're going to Wisconsin next week, but we'll see. Any other games you guys want me to look at? Just take a look at one game. Let's take a look at another game, and let me see here. Who else you guys got? I want to thank that person who gave me a thumbs down. Hey, you must be fun to party with. Hey, anybody who gives somebody a thumbs down on people who are doing these things for free, they seem like fun people you want to party with. Hey, you must be fun to be with sometimes. Oh, I just don't get it. Hey, you know what? This show is not for everybody. If you do have a thumbs down, I would like to hear why you like the thumbs down. It's to me when I see thumbs down, I'm always curious to see. Okay, well, what's the issue? But when I see thumbs up, I appreciate that, and tell me what you like about the thumbs up too, right? But when I see people put a thumbs down, it's like, all right, whatever. Give me a reason why you put the thumbs down, anyways. Hey, anyways. All right. Any other games you guys want me to look at? Any other games you guys want me to carry? I'll do one more game, and then if you guys put another game, I'll look at another one. Let me see here. What's another good game to look at? Let me take a look here. Where's my dashboard? All right. So any other games? If you guys have other games you want me to look at, just post it into the bullpen, and I will look at it. So let me take a look at Toledo Notre Dame. Let's look at Toledo Notre Dame. Let's take a look at this game here. Hey, the Fighting Irish. Tennessee, please, says Markel Jones. All right, no problem, Markel. Notre Dame 40-17. The over under at 58.2. I love the over in this game here too. I think there'll be a lot of score. I love Toledo. I think Toledo's a good MAC program. They're coming off a 49-10 win. In fact, let me take a look at Toledo head coach. So the head coach for the Toledo Rocket, Jason Candell, 6th season, 38-21, 64%, but 23-5 at home for Candle. And when he's away, 12-13, 1-3 against top 25 teams. I think Toledo will be competitive today. I love the over in this game. I really like the over. All right, let me take Tennessee. Let's go Tennessee. Those Volunteers. Pittsburgh. You know what? I know a lot of people. I know that all the newsletters are all over Pittsburgh. I don't trust Narduzzi on the road. I just don't trust him on the road. In fact, let me take a look at his road record. Pat Narduzzi. Pitt Panthers. Let's go to the ACC. Let's go to Pitt. Pat Narduzzi. On the road, 15-18 on the road, 27-13 at home. Only covers 52% of the games. It's too bad Tennessee wasn't ranked because Narduzzi is only 5-15 against ranked team. Now the computer pick, it's only 3 games, simulated game, does like Pitt. I don't like. I disagree with the computer, the analytics today. And somebody asked me questions. How come sometimes you give a pick, it's not the same as your forecast? This is just an indicator, and I say this all the time. This is not my pick. When I do these forecasts, these are past previous simulated games that I go get the average and I put it there for the computer pick. And then when I do my handicapping, I will consider this as one indicator. So this is one indicator I disagree with. And then when I look at other things, so let's say I look at here, everything in green. If you see green, that's a good indicator. Anything in red is a bad one. But if I go down here and I see, I look for check marks. So this is an indicator. So when the Pitt Panthers are on the road, coming off a Mid-American Division opponent, 9-3-1 against the point spread since 1996, that's an indicator. During week 3, another indicator. So anytime I get these forecasts as an indicator, not a pick, indicator, totally different thing. Different, apples and oranges, right? So I just want to make that clear that this is just an indicator. It's not my pick. I'm probably going to go against the grain of a lot of people here today. I like Tennessee. Josh Heupel, the new head coach for the Tennessee Volunteers, he comes from a good program last year was it UCF? He was at UCF. Let me just pull this down right here. Let me go get the one thing with Josh Heupel. You look at his record at home. I think it's 17-2. Coach Heupel, where are you? Let's go to the SEC, and let's go to Tennessee. Tennessee, where are you? Volunteers. There you are. Josh Heupel, 17-2 at home, but only covers the spread 49%. But I do like the Volunteers here today, getting plus 3.5. If this is a field goal game, we hook them, right? So yeah, I do like Tennessee here. I do like the Volunteers, and both teams had not a really good game last week against a strong opponent. But give me the SEC over the ACC today. All right, let me see. Georgia Southern under. Georgia Southern, Ball Cash. He wants to know those ATL teams from Georgia. Georgia Southern. They didn't do good last week, right? I think they got smoked last week. Was it against Army or something? Georgia Southern against Florida Atlantic. FIU. All right, let's Georgia Southern for my good friend, the ATL. Ball Cash. I got 43-9, and Georgia Southern got, they won. Okay, 30-25. Who played Army last week? Was it a Georgia team? Anyway, I thought Georgia, Gardner-Webb. Again, not a really a tune-up game here against Florida Atlantic. And when I look at Florida Atlantic, let me take a look here. Florida Atlantic. Willie Taggart. Now, Willie Taggart, wasn't he at Florida State a couple years ago? 4-0 at home record. So the last 2 years for Florida Atlantic. The under, you like the under, Ball Cash, 53. Let me see what my consensus letters say on the total in this one. So let me go here. Georgia Southern. All right, Georgia Southern. Here we go. I got to take. Where's Georgia Southern? Who are we playing again? Florida Atlantic. All right, here we go. So the 3 newsletters are on Florida Atlantic prediction, 34-15, so 49 points. 49.7, and what's the total? 53. So, yeah, it does like under. So, yep, good call if you do like the under, Ball Cash. That looks like a solid play. The Battle of Carolinas, South Carolina, or is it North? Let me see. The Battle of Carolinas, East Carolina. Now, this is a funny game, right? Perception. Let's do the perception versus reality game. The perception is you think the Gamecocks would win, right? But they're only a 2-point favorite. What does that tell you? And don't they have a big? Yeah, they got. Doesn't South Carolina have Georgia on deck? I thought they have like a big look ahead. Yeah, they got Georgia. I'm not touching this game. East Carolina's got Grant Wells on deck too. Marshall. I'm not touching this game. Even though, what's the? Oops. Let me go back to my. Oops. All right, let's take a look here. Forecast 30-26. Yeah, this could happen. This could happen. And what does my forecast newsletter say? The Carolinas. Yeah, 32-27 South Carolina. So, yeah, I'm not touching that game. Thumb down must have came from the fact that you're not good-looking lady. You're not a good-looking... Yeah, thumbs down must have come from the fact that you're not a good-looking lady. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I know, hey, I forgot to do my makeup this morning when I got on air, Tyler. Hey, it's only 3 games on the forecast. The more games, the more accurate. Yeah, exactly. It's 48.5, the total. What did I give you there, Ball Cash? I forget what did I say. 40. What did I say? 40 something. Let me see. What did I? If that's the then the line came down, right? So I gave you what? I gave you 49. So it goes over. Yeah. So the line was this earlier in the week. So snooze, you lose, right? Hey, we snooze, we lose. All right, what do we do here? Hey, look at that, an hour show. Here, I told my wife, yeah, it's only going to be a half hour today. Hey, time flies when you're having fun, eh? When you do your makeup. Awesome. All right, folks, that's the rain report today for a college football Saturday. What a busy day. Hey, busy day today. You got college football, Major League Baseball, CFL. I wouldn't be doing my friends here in the north of the border any disservice if I didn't do CFL football, right? Since I'm a CFL guy. Last night, big win for Toronto Argonauts. Curly Gittins Jr., my guy Curly. If you guys watch Toronto Argonauts, one of the players I coached a long time ago, his name is Curly Gittins Jr. One of the nicest guys you'll ever want to meet. And a great, good, obviously good football players playing the CFL, but even a better person. And I love Curly. Curly's my guy. Hey, I told him the other day, I texted him, I said, hey, you know what, keep it up. You're doing a great job. And, man, you're giving me a lot of value on your DraftKings. And he laughed at that. He liked that. All right, so Argonauts last night. Saskatchewan, hey, there's Corner Gas. Well, yeah, Corner Gas, they'll be happy with this. 30-28 against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Hey, the Banjo Bowl today, guys. Hey, all our American friends down south are probably saying, well, what's the Banjo Bowl? Just go to Google, type in Banjo Bowl, and get a good laugh out of that. That's always a good one right there. Calgary taking on the Elks. Bo Levi Mitchell back. Anybody know Bo Levi Mitchell in the States? Good quarterback here for the Calgary Stampeders. Bo Levi against the Elks. Elks are 1-point favorite. We got Edmonton winning again. 31-21, the over-under at 52.63. And my Ottawa Red Blacks. Hey, where's my Joe Namath thing? Struggling. 32-26. The computer sees them score. We'll be lucky if we get 10 points tonight in BC with Mike Riley, the quarterback for the Lions, up against Dominic Davis getting the nod here. Anybody know Dominic Davis? He's the starting quarterback tonight for the Ottawa Red Blacks. We're on a 3-game losing streak. Those are your CFL plays here tonight. I love Winnipeg today. Sorry, Corner Gas. I got Winnipeg on the money line. Winnipeg is my top play. All right, folks, that is the rain report today for a Saturday, a college football, MLB, and CFL football Saturday. Again, if you're interested in getting the rain report, you just got to sign up at atsstats.com. Put in promo code FB21, and I'll show you how to do it real quickly. So you go to sign up. Just click the sign up button right here. And then once you get to this page right here, go to say if you want the 1-year package, go to coupon code FB21 and watch this 99 turn into 79. And you will get a bonus right there. See, $79.99. And you will get all my picks, all my rain reports, all my tip sheets, my computer picks, all the bells and whistles you get here in the dashboard. All right, folks, tip my hat to you guys. Thank you for joining the show today on a Saturday, September 11th. Hopefully you guys have yourself a great rest of your day. And I'll see you back mañana, tomorrow. Hasta la vista, baby. Ciao.